So, I'm not the most principled person in the world, uh, by any means. But one thing that I strive to do, or not do, I guess in this case, is that I really try hard not to talk shit about people behind their back. Ex-girlfriends, friends, enemies, coworkers, bosses. Every now and then, yes, I will. What do you call it? What's the word? Vent, I guess, but always very privately. And yeah, this goes. I try to stay true to this in any and all circumstances. And I understand that this is not something that we all share, obviously, because we're social animals. What are we going to talk about? Other people. And as we know, we're all very imperfect, and honestly, none of us are very good human beings, so there's a lot to talk shit about. So I get it, but it's just something I personally try really hard to do. Like, I make a concerted effort never to talk shit about someone behind their back. And now, if somebody asks me something, like, I will tell the truth, but yeah, never talking shit behind people's backs. And that's just a preface to not to talk shit about anybody, but I'll be as vague as possible. I was at a thing, and a woman said some very personal and hurtful things about an ex. And I get it. Like, you want to reaffirm your decision, or you want to feel better about your decision about leaving this person. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's some psychological reason for it, but it was a very public shaming. And he was not there, obviously. And it just, that turned my stomach. I'm still thinking about it. This is many days later, and it's still in my head. It still keeps popping back in there. Just, in my opinion, what a despicable act that was. And it got me thinking. Also, yes, this has happened to me. I know for a fact that, I've it's been a long time since I broke up with anybody, or vice versa. Like, I've been very unattached for a very long time. But back in the day, it has happened where, things have happened, things have come back to me, and a friend will ask me, hey, is this true? And I'll be like, what? Like, no, that is not. And it's just something completely wild. And that it was somebody just, an ex just saying something about you to probably try to make themselves feel better about not being with you anymore or something. Once again, I'm sure there's some psychological, ego-driven reason for all this, but it just, that, the public shaming, it just blew my mind. And it left me with such a bad taste in my mouth. And it's like, okay, maybe that's true, but at the end of the day, you, at some point in your life, chose to be with this person. So, and none of us are perfect, right? Like I said, we're all super imperfect. none of us are, God's gift to humanity. Well, yeah, like, we're just not. Like, we exist and we're shit. It's fine. We deal with it. We live, we move on. We deal with other people's shit and other people deal with our shit, and we're all just shitty, and it's all good. Like, that's life. But like, when you enter into a relationship with somebody and they get to know all these imperfections and failures and bad things about you, and just knowing that if said relationship ever ended, that the other person was just going to go and tell the world, like, that's just not cool. When it's just not, like, I know nothing is the way that it should be, but man, does that leave me with a bad taste in my mouth. Just, it's just, you entered into, a relationship with someone, like, they're going to know your vulnerabilities and your secrets and your bad habits and the bad things about you, and just, it just doesn't, first of all, it doesn't say anything good for the person that's talking shit, because either they were duped into being with this supposedly terrible person, which says they're stupid, right? Or I don't know, or something else. But because it's not like you expect anybody to be perfect, and I don't know, it's just, to me, it's just one of the most despicable things you can do, is just to talk shit about somebody behind their back like that, especially somebody you were intimate with, or had a relationship with, or were very close with, and obviously were vulnerable with, and they were hopefully vulnerable with you likewise. I mean, their dirty secrets, and that's why you're airing them out now. And it's just, it, and like I said, then all of a sudden I'm thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, that has happened to me before. Granted, a long time ago, but we gotta do better, people. We gotta do better.